guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new here, welcome. My name is Leah. It is lovely to have you. So I just thought I would vlog for today. It is currently Sunday the 28th of April, and I'm just doing a bit of like a Sunday reset. I have like certain routines that I do every Sunday, and I also have various admin bits that I want to get done as well. So I just thought I would vlog for today. It is currently 9 AM. I've been up since 7 AM. I've just been like, first of all, I was chilling for a little bit. I had a coffee, like was just waking up. And then I went into sorting out my storage because my memory card was full, but my laptop was also full. So I needed to move a few things around in order to offload all the storage from this card so I could actually vlog today. So that was like first priority, so I could actually get recording. And I've just like organised everything that I need to do onto these like bits of paper quickly, so it's all clear, like everything that I need to do. I have got a lot that I want to do today, so I'm trying to remember that and just be patient with myself and realise that there's a good possibility I'm not going to get all of this done, but I just want to try and tackle and run out as much as possible. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. I have taken breakfast orders for my mum and stepdad. I'm going to go start breakfast now. I'm really hungry now because obviously I've been awake for a while. I am also rewatching Pretty Little Liars again. So I uploaded a vlog. I started Pretty Little Liars in March, I think, maybe the end of February or March, somewhere around there, and I watched it all, but I'm now rewatching it again because I've never watched it that close together, and obviously there's so many twists and turns in the story, and I just feel like I want to watch it again after just watching it so I can try and like piece together the story even more, if that makes sense, because there's so many bits that make up that story. There's so many people that you think it is, and then there's like so many turns, and it's really funny to watch something from a perspective of knowing, because like, so I'm trying to put together, so I'm at the beginning seasons and I'm thinking to myself like where Cece would be then, if you get what I mean. So I'm like, so she must be in Radley right now, because obviously she was in Radley and then she come out for Cape May, and then everything happened with Ali and then she went back in. So I'm thinking like she's in Radley right now, and then I'm on season 2 at the moment, so I'm like, we're just getting to the storyline of where Mona goes into Radley, and obviously when Mona goes into Radley, that's when Cece took the game from her. And like, obviously at the beginning you can't put all this together because I couldn't remember the story, I couldn't remember the details about Cece and everything, so it's like really interesting to watch and know. So like at the minute, all the texts that they're getting I know are coming from Mona. And then obviously Mona goes into Radley and then Cece took the game from her, but you don't know that until season 7. So yeah, it's like really interesting to be able to watch and actually really understand what's going on. Because yeah, I feel like certain bits went over my head the first time because it is quite a complex story and there's so many... God. God, I just nearly spilled my whole coffee directly onto my laptop. Jesus Christ, my heart just skipped about 7 beats at once. I see this reel the other day on Instagram, and it was a guy and he like went to sit down and then everything spilt on him, and as he got up he like bumped his head on a lamp, and it was like clumsy people just trying to live their life. Oh my God, that is so me. Like I have about 7 heart attacks a day from accidentally doing things like from being clumsy. Anyway, yeah, so it's just really interesting to watch and like know the details and like understand the story, because yeah, there's, like I say, there's a lot of like twists and turns in that story. So I'm enjoying watching it again. I am like seriously a serial rewatcher, as you can probably tell now. But after I've watched this, I am planning on watching The Office, which I've never watched before, because I've seen so many clips of it and I just think I'm really gonna love it. My brother loves it, it's like his favourite show, and he keeps telling me that I will really like it and I need to watch it. So I really do want to watch that, and I feel like it's going to be like, Friends is something that I absolutely loved and I religiously watched. It's a comfort show for me, and then Modern Family was like the only other thing that like kind of hit that same spot as Friends and become like such a comfort show for me, and I feel like The Office is going to be on par and like another one of them. So yeah, I'm really excited to watch that. To have Pretty Little Liars on whilst I crack on with bits throughout the day. Breakfast is prepped. If I've started it, it's actually on, and then all the other food is prepped on the side, ready to go on. I just thought I'd start some of my other bits whilst it is cooking. So I've gone and made my bed, and I went to check my washing basket because I usually do my clothes washing every Sunday, and I like to get that on early because they're like 45-minute washes. Then it has a 7-minute spin, and then I have to dry it and get it away. So I like to get that on, and it's something that I can start and still carry on with other things. I usually just put a timer on my phone for the wash time, so I know when to go back out to the kitchen and take it out, because I will actually just forget and it will sit in there all day. But I actually don't have a lot of washing this week. I wouldn't even have enough to make a full load of lights or darks. So I'm not going to do, there's no point me sticking anything on, because I'm just going to start cracking on with a few other bits. So I'm going to get ready myself, like just slick my hair back into a bun, and get changed out of my pyjamas, and then I'll probably do a few other of like my weekly clean things, which is like I need to empty all my bins, wipe my sides down. So I'm just going to start cracking on with them bits.
I do. Thanks.
I've got bacon baguette and some hash browns. I have got changed as well. I've just slicked my hair back into a bun, put my little hoops in. I've just got a black sweatshirt on and black leggings on, and I'm just going to sit and eat my food now, and I'll probably start planning my meals while I'm sitting here doing that. Food is actually the most annoying thing as an adult. Like, this is so painful. Honestly, I'm trying to plan my meals, and I don't know why. I used to just plan my meals and I would cook the food, I would eat it just no problem. But for some reason now, like when I'm trying to plan my meals, I don't fancy anything. I went through this phase of planning it, getting the food, cooking it, and then wasting it because I just didn't want to eat what was there. So then I stopped cooking it and doing my meal preps as much because I was just wasting so much food. And now I can't even get the planning done because I just can't think of anything that I fancy, or like, I don't know. I just find it really hard to predict what I'm going to fancy all week. Like, it's just so, I don't know what changed. I don't know why I can't do it anymore, but I just really struggle each week now to plan my food, and I sit here and just overthink it. I don't know what I want. So I've started just kind of doing what I can, going and getting that, and then just popping out through the week to top myself up with bits. I still have like a budget for food for the week, but I just obviously note what I've spent so I can still see if I'm within my budget or how much left I have out of my budget for food that week. But yeah, obviously doesn't always go to plan. Some weeks I'm over budget, but I try and stick within that budget as much as possible. I try and reuse food as well. I absolutely hate wasting food. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll like do a sweep round of my kitchen and see everything that I've got like left over, and like things that are in my house, and I'll write a list of that, and then I'll try and create meals using that ingredient so I'm not wasting anything. But obviously sometimes you don't fancy that, so sometimes you have to do other food and like within reason, but I will try and use as much as possible of what's already in my house. Also, like, it's so challenging when you're just planning meals for one person, because I might need an ingredient for a meal but then not need that ingredient the rest of the week. And because I'm only cooking for one person and one portion, the rest of that ingredient will get wasted. Like I try and reuse the same ingredients throughout the week, so I'm minimalising waste, but it can be so challenging, honestly. I do cook fairly often for my mum as well. Like everything that I cook for myself, I will ask my mum if she wants it as well. So I do sometimes cook for two, but yeah, I try and like reuse my ingredients. Even cooking for two, like you'd be surprised how much would be left over like from the ingredients that you've bought from just buying for two. So I'm still trying to like reuse ingredients through the week. So there's so many things that come into planning my meals to just try and minimize waste and obviously make my budget go further, that it can just be obviously a little bit more difficult to plan my meals. But yeah, I'm just really struggling today. Like I've got today's dinner sorted because obviously I do a roast on a Sunday, and then I've got my breakfast sorted through the week, and that's literally it. Like I can't think of what I want for lunch or dinner. Like I just literally don't fancy anything at the minute. So I'm literally gonna go get the stuff for dinner today, and then I've got my breakfast sorted for tomorrow morning, and then I'm just gonna play it by ear, which is a phrase that I don't particularly love, but I just don't want to buy food and waste it, like generally. But I do just like having my food done so I don't have to think about it through the week, and like I can just come home, grab my lunch and crack on. Because obviously when it gets to lunchtime I will be hungry, and then I can think about what I fancy then and just go and get that, and then I'll do that as my lunches for the next couple of days. But right now I'm trying to think of something that I'm going to be eating tomorrow. Like I just can't get there. So I'm just going to go get my dinner for today. I'm doing a roast for me, my mum and my stepdad, and then I've also my next door neighbour. I always ask her, like her and her husband are in their 70s, so they can't always frequently get out, and her husband's got like some health issues, so that limits them getting out as well. So every week when I go food shopping I ask her if she needs anything, and there's some things that she's asked me to get, so I'm gonna go and get that and then get my dinner for today, and then just see what I fancy tomorrow when it comes. Also, my mum bought me this water bottle, and I've just got to share it with you because honestly I am so in love. So it's like a Stanley dupe, and it is literally huge. I don't know if you can see, but the top half is as big as my head. It is so big, but it doesn't feel like it's big. I can't explain it. Like this is a litre, but it doesn't feel like I'm drinking a litre. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the shape of it, whether it's because I'm drinking through a straw. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel like I'm drinking a litre. And literally since I've had it, I've drunk at least 2 of these every day. So it has changed the game. Like I find it so hard to get my water intake up, and I know it's so weird, it's a psychological thing, but what I drink out of will make such an impact as to how much I drink. And with this, it keeps it cool because it's got like the right materials inside, where it keeps it cool. And then obviously you've got a nice drinking straw. It also has this bit at the back where you can, like, it's got a little bit here where you can just sip out of it if you don't like to use the straw. But literally I've just never consumed so much water so easily, and it's only from Primark, so run and go get yourself one. They've got a smaller version as well, which I want to get as my new coffee cup, because how cute would that be, the matching. I just thought that'd be really sweet. But honestly I've never drunk so much water. Like it's just so handy. I think honestly, whoa, that washed me out. Honestly, I think the handle has a lot to do with it, because it's just so easy to carry everywhere with you. Like this is really hard to demonstrate, but I literally carry it with like one finger, and I can hold so much other stuff. Like it's just so, if I'm holding other things, like it's easy to keep this with me everywhere. And I think it's the handle that's doing that. And also my preference is to drink out of a straw. Like if there's a straw, I will drink so much more. And then also because I don't have to fill it up that often, because it holds a litre, I'm more likely to drink it, because if I've got to keep going and filling it up, like it's distracting me and I need to get on with what I'm doing, so I won't drink because of that. So the fact that it holds so much contributes to it, and it keeps it cold. It doesn't matter if I filled it up over an hour ago, like it's still so cold. And I hate room temperature water or warm water. Like it has to be cold for me to want to drink it. So I think all of the things in that design is what has impacted me drinking so much so effortlessly. I'm just gonna quickly like empty my bins and do them little cleany bits that I was saying earlier, because I didn't have time whilst I was cooking breakfast. I mean, I've got myself ready and made my bed. I usually just I do like my clothes washing, wash my bed in, I'll wipe all my sides down, like dust, hoover, empty my bins, etc. Put all my clothes away if there's any clothes that are hanging on my chair, like just tidy and reset my spaces basically. But obviously it's dependent as to if that's needed. So for example, I don't have a lot of clothes washing, which is actually like the first week ever. But I actually don't have a lot of clothes washing, so I'm not gonna do a clothes wash this week. Also, I washed my bed in last week, so I'm not going to wash it this week. I will do that next week. So yeah, I'm just going to do the bits that are applicable to this week, and then I'll probably go food shopping straight after that. Quick break here. I'm watching Pretty Little Liars again, obviously, as I said earlier. Comment down below your thoughts if you've watched this show, but oh my god, Byron is so irritating in the first couple of seasons. Like, he is so unself-aware, it's unbelievable. Like, when him and Ella separate, she is saying to him, oh, you bought a new jacket for someone, have you? Like, you've got dressed up to go out with someone. Like, obviously she's a little bit jealous, and he's like, Ella, you're the one that walked out on me, remember? You're the one that cheated on her. Like, and then the same thing, like when he finds out, I'm at the scene now, where he's just found out about Ezra and Aria. You had an affair with a student, and then you're gonna come down and go, Ezra's like got no integrity, how dare he like take advantage of the power that he had over his student. You did exactly the same thing. Like, there's no awareness, and of course your daughter's gonna think that that's acceptable because you did the same thing. Like, he takes no responsibility for how he could have cultivated that situation at all. He's just got no awareness to his part that he plays in these situations, and it irritates the life out of me.
Well, then what's left to suppose?
It's just, I realized that this happened when we came home.
That has nothing to do with
That's
this.
right, Ella. You hold that mirror up. You tell him.
Involved with a teacher.
Well, this is not about what she was thinking. This is about what he did. All right, we're talking about someone who should have known better. It shouldn't have started, but it was his responsibility to stop it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, are you actually serious? You're literally talking about yourself. Like, but thanks for listening to my TED talk. I'm gonna go back to cleaning now. The amount of dust that's come off of this fan, holy Jesus. Just a reminder to take the top of your fan off and clean it, because obviously that's blowing air around your room. Think how much dust that's blowing around the room. Literally, I don't know if you can see on my carpet, but so much dust has come off. So I was in the middle of cleaning my fan, and all my storage has completely been taken up, and there's nothing more that I can do. There's nothing else I can delete. So I've literally just purchased a hard drive, a 1 TB hard drive from my local Argos, and I can collect it straight away. So I'm going to run up there and grab that, do my food shop, come back, offload all of my clips, and then I can actually continue recording, because I don't want to do anything else, because obviously I'm filming everything today. So I'm just like stopped everything to go and grab that hard drive, and then I can start vlogging again. So I'm just vlogging on my camera on my phone at the moment, so if the quality has gone worse, that is why. So yeah, I'm going to quickly run up there now, then go and grab my food. Whilst I'm out, I might as well just quickly grab my food, and then come back, carry on with my cleaning and sort out my storage. Got my black bag there because I was just about to empty my bins. But yeah, I will come back and finish this off. So I've gone and got my hard drive. It's plugged into my computer at the moment. And then I went to Lidl and got the food. Oh my Jesus Christ, I am not doing my food shop on a Sunday anymore. I swear to God, from the second that I drove into that car park, I wanted to cry. Like, there was just, there's busy and then there's like unmovable, like chaotic, and it was at that level. Like, I couldn't even drive anywhere because there was so many cars and people everywhere. And then I was trying to like walk from my car into the doors and it was like stop start, there was like cars coming every direction. Like, it was just so busy. And once I walked in there, it was literally heaving with people. Like, I had no personal space, there was just people everywhere. And then they were trying to stock the shelves, so they had like this massive crate, and then there's all people around it, so like people were queuing either side to like get round this crate. It was just unbearable, like literally. And I was so overstimulated and overwhelmed. I literally was like 5 seconds away from crying, and I thought, oh my God, Leah, pull it together, like honestly. But it was just so overwhelming, and you could feel my energy shift, I think, because there was a guy, bless him, he went to walk and I went to walk, and then he stopped and he was like, after you, like, you seem to be in a rush, I've got time. And I was like, I'm just so stressed, like, and he was like laughing, which is so funny because like I used to travel into London every day, like I was around people like that all the time. But then I also think that I just didn't know that about myself, yeah, because I did used to get overwhelmed traveling as well, and like there'd been occasions where I've like cried on a train because I'm so overwhelmed or overstimulated, and like I just think I had a more get on with it attitude then, whereas now I'm a bit more compassionate with myself. And I literally just got the food for dinner and I left. I was like, I just need to leave. I'll come back tomorrow and get the rest of my food, and I'm definitely going to change the day that I do my food shopping, because that was just the most unbearable experience for me. And then I come back, plugged my hard drive in, and I couldn't drop files onto it. Like, for some reason I couldn't put files into the hard drive. Like, I was dragging and dropping, but it gave me the little, like, it's like a circle with a line through to say like not allowed, basically. And it gave me that symbol, and I was like, what on earth? Like, so then I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. So then I FaceTimed my brother and was like, I don't know what is going on. Like, why can't I put any files on this hard drive? So then he's like had a look. I mean, I'm so technically challenged that like I couldn't even understand the error message. It gave me this error message and I was like, what does that mean? Like, I don't understand. And he was like, it's the setting that the hard drive is currently on. So then I'm like, okay, well then how on earth do I change that? So bless my brother, like he like took me through step by step to make sure that I could get the files onto it. So I was on the phone to him for about half an hour trying to figure that out. But whilst I was doing that, I needed dinner to start. So bless my mum, she cut up the potatoes and started the dinner for me because I was trying to like deal with this hard drive. But we're all good now. As you would have seen, I've tried to get clips throughout this whole process as much as I can. But dinner is now currently almost finished. The meat, potatoes and everything's done. I've just got the veg on. So it should probably be about 5-10 minutes. I've also now cooked dinner for my next door neighbour because bless her, as I said earlier, she's like not in the best of headspaces at the minute because her partner's really unwell. He had surgery this week, so I just said to him like, let me cook dinner for you. So I've done a roast for them as well, so I'm going to run that next door once it's done. My mum's going to help me carry it, and then obviously I'm going to take the bits that she needed from Lidl as well. But yeah, so that's you caught up to speed. I've just been sorting my files out on my hard drive, been doing dinner's now almost done. I need to go back into my room and finish cleaning because I've just left everything in my room. I've got black bag in my room still. All that dust is still on my carpet from the fan, and the Hoover's currently sitting there plugged in ready to be used. So I need to go and sort that out, but I will do that after dinner. And then once I've hoovered, that's my weekly clean done. So yeah, I've been making progress. finally catch up with what I was doing in my room now. And the dinner was so good, if I do say so myself. Not to blow my own trumpet, but it was really, really good. The potatoes were so lovely, and I just think you can't beat a roast. Like, you literally can't. It's just so good. We have a roast every single Sunday, like without fail. And I will probably cook one in the week as well, like half the time. Last week we had one on Wednesday as well as Sunday. Like, I often cook one in the week as well. I just think it's the best dinner ever. Honestly, me and my mum could probably live off of it every day. So yeah, I'm just gonna now carry on with the bits that I was doing before I had to stop everything from my hard drive. I'm gonna start with hoovering. So I am back in my office. I have done like all of the weekly clean bits. I've done all my weekly food bits, like ask my next door neighbour if she needs anything, plan my food, get my food. I'm just going to sit down and do some admin bits. Like, I've done all of my weekly stuff. I need to do like my weekly everything shower where I like wash my hair and do a face mask, and like I'm going to do my gusha, if I'm saying that right. Probably obliterated the word, but you know, like where you give yourself a face massage. I'm going to do that and have like a bit of a pamper session, but I'm going to do that a bit later as like a more wind down, because it's only like 10 to 4 at the minute, so I've still got like a lot of the day left. So I want to do that more like towards 7 o'clock, where I can like start winding down. I love a pamper session in the evening. Basically, I need to sort my money out because I've had so many of my subscriptions change. Like, my phone bill is completely changed. Yeah, various of my subscriptions have changed. So I need to go in and amend my plan because I need to update my budget for the correct price, remove subscriptions that I no longer have, add in the ones that I do. So yeah, like literally so much has changed. I don't know why I had like loads of policies due at the same time, like my phone bill, my RAC policy, like was all due at the same time. So yeah, I need to go through and update my budget sheet to reflect that now. And I'm also still in the process of trying to sort this app out. Basically, I had subscriptions coming out of 2 different bank accounts, which I should have never done. I could like strangle myself because I've just made it harder for myself. But in that moment, I wanted the subscription, so I just didn't think about the repercussions and was like, I'll deal with it later. Well, now it's later and I've got to deal with it. So I'm trying to get all my subscriptions into one bank account. But for some reason, Apple won't allow me to move my my card over. So I had to ring Apple support, and they said that it could be because of this issue. But basically, this has been a whole tumbling thing. Yeah, I'm still in the process of like working through this app that my brother's told me about. I'm using it in terms of reflection purposes. So I'm using, like, it's still linked to all my bank accounts. It's tracking every transaction that I'm doing, and it stores that data. So I don't need to worry about like anything. It's there. It's not like, oh, it's going to run out in 30 days. So I need to like pull the data off and store it somewhere. Like, it stays on that app. It's got my data from like 2020 on there. It goes back so far. So in terms of reflection purposes, I'm still using it to like track all of the transactions that I'm making, but I haven't quite set up like my budgets and planning for going forward, because as I went to set up my planning going forward, I had to add in like all of my bills. But then all my bills changed because my phone bills just changed. So it's been like a bit of a process. I'm still like trying to get there with it. But now all of my subscriptions are straight. I can maybe try and like make sure that my bills are all correct in the app. And then I can start using it for planning ahead as well as reflecting. But I can't wait to be like fully transitioned over to this app and just it be like in a bit more of a flow state. I'm going to go in and update my Excel to reflect my new subscription so I can kind of get an idea of where I'm at with my money in the meantime. But I'm also going to try and move forward with the app as much as possible so I can get that working. But then I also need to update my routines because I've changed my mind about when I want to do my food shop, and there's another project that I want to put more energy into, so I need to figure out what I need to do for that and assign time for it. There's like, yeah, various other things. So I've also got a bit of work on my routines to do in the short. That's a big thing. And then there's a few admin bits that I want to sort out. Obviously, as you know, I've been going on this process of trying to have more hobbies and stuff. And I just need to add a place for me to like brain dump about my hobbies. Basically, I have nowhere to store that right now. Like, I have an idea of things that I want to try, but I want to like write it all down and have it all out of my head. And now I really want to be able to, like, when I'm talking to someone and they go, why don't you try this, like I want somewhere to write these ideas down and stuff, and I just don't have somewhere at the moment. So I'm going to create like a little page for that on my Notion. Also, like, been thinking about some goals that I want to be doing that aren't currently listed on my goals at the moment. So I need to update my goal list. And in turn, how I structure myself is like, I give myself a goal and then I go, right, this is my goal. What are the actions for that goal? These are the actions. Okay, let's make this a habit. So let's assign it into a routine to make it a habit, because the more habitual something is, the more likely you're going to go ahead and do it and be consistent, which ultimately will decide whether you make progress with it or not, right? Like, that's how I think about things. And for myself, even more so, because I have I have terrible cognitive function. I can't remember to do things. Like, things have to be habitual for me. Otherwise, it's just really challenging for me to get to things. So I like to make as much of the things in my life habitual as possible. Like, even down to like my weekly clean and like I have all these like little routines to just make things a little bit more, rather than when am I going to do the hoovering? When am I going to do this? When am I going to do that? And like, that's the place that I live in if I don't give it time and routines. Obviously you can't do that with everything. There's always going to be ad hoc tasks in your life, right? But then how I manage that is I go, well, I have admin time, so that's assigned to that admin time. And when it's admin time, I do all my ad hoc tasks. Do you get what I mean? Like, I still have made it some form of routine. Otherwise I just would never get to it, honestly. Like, that's just what works for me. That's how I manage my life. But I'm really happy with the progress I've made today and this weekend in general. I did a lot yesterday as well. Like, my car was in a really bad place and I went and got oil and coolant, and I got a lot of admin done. Like, I can update my budget sheet now because I called all of the places yesterday to check what's going on with all my subscriptions so I could get myself straight. Yeah, it's just been a really nice catch-up weekend, because on Wednesday I went and saw a friend, and then I went straight from my friends to my nan's because it was my nan's birthday. So my aunt and uncle were down, and like, it was just a whole big thing. So then by the time I got back, I just didn't really get anything done. And then Thursday, it was my best friend's birthday on Wednesday. So Thursday I went to hers and we spent the day, like, time together celebrating, obviously give her a present, like caught up, etc. I didn't get back till like 10 o'clock. So again, didn't really get much done then. So it's kind of like balanced itself out. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with my bits and pieces. Hi guys, so I just wanted to quickly jump on and film an outro. I did continue with the things that I said that I was going to. I did a bit of admin. I also have like a weekly reflection form that I fill in. And then I also have like a weekly planning that I do going forward as well. So there's like certain habits that I might reflect on, or there might be like something in particular that I'm trying to work on at the moment. So I'll reflect on that, do a little journal, and then I'll also plan ahead. So there's X amount of things that I do for my planning. So it might be like, what am I working on that week? Like, what am I focusing my energy on? It's also journaling as well. So it's like, what can I let go of this week? Like, how can I show myself a bit more compassion? Like, there's journaling prompts in there as well as like goal setting. I also did like my weekly, I call it my weekly self-care. I don't know what else to label it as, but like my face mask and all my little like self-care bits. I washed my hair, dried my hair, did all of that in the evening. And then I just chilled out, watched a bit of telly to unwind. So yeah, that's like all of the routines that I kind of do. Obviously I do like a clean, I do all my food stuff. I do like all my self-care bits. I also do like my reflection and planning, so that's kind of like a summary. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope that maybe you found something that you could maybe implement in your routine. Comment down below what you do as well, because I would love to like have inspiration from other people. I love watching like routine videos or like weekly set videos, etc. So like tag your favorite video below, or comment down below like your key thing like that works for you. Would love to hear from you all. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay in the loop and watch more content. Hi to the new subscribers as well. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I really honestly appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you guys in the next video.